Hey guys, Jared here. This is my first YouTube video, kind of going over eBay, garage sailing, and making a little bit of extra money. The biggest reason I started trying to get into it was mainly just because I was short on money in certain situations, and I really enjoyed going out to flea markets when I was younger. My dad would always be taking me to farmers markets. I went to the flea market with my aunt. And, garage sailing is just another form of that. It's a good way to get out and just have a little bit of fun on the weekend. And you can make some money doing it too. I have been eBaying stuff for a few years now, old camera equipment, just random stuff laying around the house, when I needed some money or stuff that just wasn't being used. I'm going to be completely forward and try and tell all the different expenses I had, as well as everything that I purchased and what I purchased it for, what I'll list it for. You have to be prepared to have some inventory, so having closet space or a room in your house to store all the items that you do purchase, because not everything's going to sell immediately. You will want to make sure you're purchasing items that can and show often sales, so you're not buying stuff that you're sitting on for months and years, because that's just not very good profits. Hi, Buster. So I just wanted to go over a few of the different items that I purchased in the past weekend, what I bought them for, what I'll list them as, and what they've sold previously, if they've even sold. I picked up this nice leather jacket. It's in great shape. There's really not much wrong with it. It's a nice brand, Redhead. Picked it up for 25 bucks. A little bit more money than I really wanted to spend, but I did make sure that I bundled it in. And I picked up 2 plush toys that are a little bit older as well, from the 90s. And I think both of those will probably sell between $10 and $20 for just the 2 plush toys. And then the jacket, I believe I'll be able to pick up $80 to $100 for. So, it's a good purchase. It's a little bit more expensive than I'm looking for. You don't need all that money to start, but that's where I started my day. From there, the second garage sale I hit, I got a bunch of interesting, vintage soup cups. So it's got the soup recipe on it. I got onion, tomato, and chicken. I believe there is a fourth, which is mushroom, which did not come with it, but I got them all for 25 cents a piece. So I paid $1 for 4 of them. I should be able to get at least $10 to $15 for the set. Maybe, $5 a piece if I sell them individually. So that should be really good. I also picked up some Coke items. Coke products usually sell very well. There's lots of collectors. I picked up 2 Coke glasses. These should be, about 10 bucks for the pair. I picked them up, I believe I paid 25 cents a piece. That's 50 cents. I also got a Coke Enjoy with different languages on it. This glass, it's a little bit foggy, but it's in pretty decent shape. Needs a little bit of cleaning. But I believe I'll pick up another $10 for this as well. So, not terrible sale as far as this goes. I paid a total of 25, so that's $1.50, maybe $2.50 between everything from that sale, and I should be able to make $20 or $30. The next garage sale that I found some decent items at was a one sale. It's a Hallmark coffee mug. It's got a little bit of damage, not crazy much, just a tiny little chip here. Not much though, and it's not the most sought after mug, but I've seen it listed for around $10. I haven't seen any sales of it. If I can sell it for $5, I only paid 25 cents. It's not the worst investment, but it might be sitting for a while and it might not end up making me any money. I might lose money on it. The other sale that I went to right after that, I found some vintage Daytona 500 wine glasses. These 2 are from the 50th year, 2008. It's not crazy old, but I figured, a collector might pick up the pair for 10 bucks. I paid $1 for all 3 of these. This one is just a bit Dale Earnhardt Jr., I believe. I don't know if it'll sell for anything, but there's always collectors and diehard fans for anything, racing, sports. So that stuff has a very high chance of selling. And on my way home from that final sale, I was about to be done for the day. This was, I believe, a Saturday or Friday. I'm not sure. I usually go Friday, Saturday. I saw a sign for an estate sale. Estate sales are kind of weird because if it's run by a company, you can't really haggle as much. So I tend to not go to them as much as I should. But on the second, third day, end of the the time that they're there, usually they're held for 2 to 3 days. They start dropping their prices and they slash them in half, 50% here, 50% there. And when you get those, then you get some decent deals. Nice Coca-Cola Classic. It's from Give Kids the World Village. This should sell for about $5 to $10. It's still full, sealed. I believe it's from 2007. Yes, it's 2007. Not crazy old, but Coca-Cola fans, they love this type of stuff. I found a couple Playboy magazines that are vintage. So, you know, you have a 50th anniversary. So this one I believe is from 2004. So 2004 Playboy. I have some, you know, Forbidden Pleasure magazines, which are like little like inserts from the Playboy magazines that also came in the lot. This is the 35th anniversary. This one is actually from 1989. It's also another Playboy magazine. They're in great shape. There's really not much. They've been maybe looked at twice, 3 times. You know, they're not like heavily used or anything like that. Also in the lot was Hooters calendars from 2001 all the way up until 2007, I believe. There was 4 total. They look like they've barely ever been used. They're not written on or anything like that. But they were all part of this giant lot. Also with a nice framed picture. I can't show that because it has some nudity in it. But all that was listed for 20 bucks, and I ended up paying $10 for the whole entire lot. A couple things that I have learned from garage selling just from the past couple weeks is to, you know, just make sure you're going out to as many garage sales as possible. And don't be deterred from the singular sale that just doesn't have anything of value there. You know, sometimes people have just junk in their house that's really not worth anything, and that's totally fine. You know, somebody else will pick up that type of item for their actual home, but that does not mean that you are going to want to use it for reselling or anything like that. The flea market's a great spot to go as well if you know you don't have the ability to go to multiple places all at the same time. It's better if you go to a flea market where there's lots of individual sellers that aren't there and not, you know, regulars, because the regulars are looking to buy and resell just like you are. So, you know, you won't get as good of deals from them as you would somebody who just, you know, hey, I need some money, I got a bunch of junk in my shed and I want to bring it out to the flea market this weekend. Overall, it wasn't the greatest weekend. I didn't find the amazing deals where you pay $1 for something and you can sell it for $1,000 or anything of that nature. But I did find some decent items in great shape that I paid almost nothing for. I think the total amount of money I spent for the entire weekend was just under $35 maybe. It's not that much money, and I should be able to make maybe $200, $250 from the entire lot.